This is Richard Morgan at Morgan & DeSalvo. We put out a newsletter in November 2021 entitled How to Pass Inheritances to Your Children and Other Non-Spouse Beneficiaries. This video, a little introduction, tell you kind of what's going on about that newsletter. So what we're talking about is if you're single, how to pass the assets down to your children or other loved ones. If you're married, you may pass some of these assets at the first of the spouse's deaths, or most likely at the second of you and your spouse's passing, how you pass these assets down to your children or other loved ones. There are 5 ways to do that. 1, outright, because it's simple and your kids are mature and let them have it. You don't care about the other benefits and you're fine and you're good to go, and that's simple. 2, short-term trust. Kind of like one, but they're not old enough or mature enough yet. So each child gets normally their own little sub-trust. You choose a trustee who will be in charge, manage those assets for them. But when they're old enough, mature enough, age 25, 30, 35, something like that, you pay it out to the child or other loved ones, either in a lump sum or in installments. For example, 1/2 at 30, remainder at 35, something like that. But you're okay. It's only in trust long enough until they're mature enough. Number 3, long-term trusts. On that one, the trust will last for the child's or other loved one's life, and then eventually go down to their children, your grandchildren. We normally will give that child or other loved one a power to modify among your descendants, which means they could extend the trust longer if possible under what's called the rule against perpetuities, which is a time limit on how long a trust can last. So as long as you're within the time limit, you can extend. The 4th way is Dynasty Trust. Dynasty Trust basically take advantage of a change in the law in 2018 under Georgia law, which will change this rule against perpetuities, the time limit on how long a trust can last, from a safe harbor of 90 years to a safe harbor of 360 years, which means you're going from basically the grandchild level at around 90 years to I don't care. The time limit is pretty much irrelevant. So under the Dynasty Trust structure, we go in trust for, say, child, down to the grandkids, and then the great-grandkids, and it just keeps on going until they don't need it anymore. There aren't enough assets left to worry about, and then we're paid out. We're done. So why do we have these extended trusts? Long-term trust, Dynasty Trust. It's because the protective trust shell structure is a protective steel tank against unwanted forced outsiders. No one can force their way in. No one. No spouse in divorce, no bankruptcy, no personal guarantees. No one else can get in. It's incredibly beneficial. There's other benefits as well. There's some control benefits. There's some potential tax benefits. But for the most part, for most people, it's the asset protection that is the most critical feature. The last one is Supplemental Needs Trust. So if you have a special needs beneficiary, they can't take care of themselves, they can't earn a living, they have special needs, then you want to put in a special trust, either a community pool trust or a flexible supplemental needs trust, where the government, so the assets will be in trust, can supplement what the government will provide to your child or other loved one who has special needs. And then we put those assets that were put in the trust or the community pool trust will not count to determine whether they qualify. So they'll be used to supplement what the government gives them. It's a no-brainer way to go if you have a special needs beneficiary. There's some other issues all spelled out in our newsletter. Hope you enjoy reading it. And until next time,